Hey, we're all sax players, right? We all love to do those really cool note bends. You know, those smears where you smear down or you smear up. But I bet you didn't know that there's an alternate way of doing it, which doesn't involve using your throat. And that is what we're going to look at on today's video. Now, in previous videos, I've shown you how you can use your throat to bend the pitch of the note. And that is, of course, the main super important technique that you have to master in order to learn how to do this. But there's another way, and that is by slightly closing the pads of your saxophone. Not all the way, not up nor down, but somewhere in the middle. And that can really help you smear between notes. So let's have a little look at how this works in practice. On a clarinet, of course, you've got open tone holes, and you can just slide your fingers. I mean, if you think about Rhapsody in Blue, for example. So that cool smear that you can hear is achieved by the clarinetist pulling their fingers over the tone holes, a bit like a trombone slide going up very smoothly. We haven't got open tone holes in sax. The pad covers the hole and your finger sits on top of the pad. So what we have to do is very gently close the pad, and that's gonna smear the pitch down gradually. So what you want to do is play one note and then gently ease your pad down and see if you can make that pitch just smear. Now you need quite close control to do this. So let's start with, say, F to E. Let's do F to E. Now here's the important thing. I'm not doing that with my larynx. The larynx is very important for smearing notes, but today I'm not doing it with my larynx. I'm just doing it by feathering where the pad touches the tone hole. Okay, so let's try that again with, say, a bisky B flat to an A. So this technique can be used alongside using your larynx to bend the pitch, and together they can give you that nice smooth bend that you hear in the phrasing of really pro players. But hey, if you want to sound a bit more pro yourself, why don't you check out this? There's a free Saxophone Success Masterclass, which is all yours. You've just got to fill in your email address. It's called my Saxophone Success Masterclass. The link is right there, and you can click on the link in the description. It's going to set you right up to transform your sax playing straight away, so go and check that out. So just to round off today, let's compare the difference between using the half key bends with using your larynx. So let me see if you can tell the difference between the half key bends and using your larynx. Here we go. So as you can hear, the two are very, very similar. The net result is the same. So if next time you want to bend up to a note or you want to scoop down for a note and fade it away, you have to practice using this half key bends. But there is one proviso. The key has to be the next pad down in sequence. For example, if you want to do it from an F sharp to an F, you're crossing fingers, and that's going to make life very difficult to do that particular technique. By the same token, if you want to do it from a C to a B, that makes it very difficult. So you might have to consider using the side C if you're going from B to C, or you might want to use the trill F sharp key if you're going from F to F sharp. Now, the other situation in which this wouldn't work is if you're crossing octaves. So if you're going from a middle C sharp up to the second octave D, for example, where you have to put all these fingers down, then obviously that is not going to work. So there are specific areas of the horn where the technique is going to work better than others. However, most of the time, if you can master this half key bends, it's really going to help your phrasing sound more pro, and it's going to go right alongside the work that you've done learning how to bend notes using your throat. So that's all we've got time for this week. I really hope you've enjoyed learning about how to just feather those pads and use the half key bends. If you want to improve your sax playing all round, like I mentioned earlier, go and check out the Saxophone Success Masterclass. And if you've bought me a coffee, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Every bit of caffeine really helps when I'm making these videos. Next week, we'll be back with more really cool stuff about making you a better sax playing and enjoying your saxophone life more. And until then, make sure you practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. So here, what? Very quickly tell you about my saxophone. No, we'll tell you about that later. Play Rhapsody in Blue.